We've all been there. We've all bought things that we're like, why did we do that? We wrote down all of our monthly expenses. Look around at all that stuff that you don't actually need, and then think about how that used to be money. Control your money. Don't let your money control you. This is something we did not do last year, and I really wish we would have. Kendrick and I have been talking a lot about our budget recently, and we've been redoing some things. I am making homemade bread this morning. I want to make cookies and clean up the kitchen and perhaps a batch of laundry. And this past year, I tended to make impulse purchases on Amazon. We've all been there. We've all bought things that we're like, why did we do that? We could have been saving that money for something important. When you're budgeting, you're going to need to make some tweaks to it as time goes on. Your income might vary. Life is going to happen. Things might change. This is our finance folder. Can you see it? We keep track. Every single month, like it started when we first got married. So December 2020 is the first entry. So we write down what we earned, what we spent, and what we saved. Let's just say we didn't do so hot in 2021. It was our first year of marriage. I needed to learn some things about impulse purchasing. Okay, so we didn't save as much. We saved, but we didn't save as much as we could have. Yeah, we have entries down all the way to December 2022. We have a new little addition to that. It's earned, spent, saved, and spent on travel, because we want to keep track of how much we're spending on travel. We wrote down all of our monthly expenses. Our mortgage, how much do we want to absolutely for sure be putting towards our mortgage every single month? Property insurance and property tax. Groceries. I am tightening up on our grocery budget. Sunday evenings, Kendrick and I talk about our week, what's going on, what significant things are happening, what's on our schedule. I also menu plan, and then Monday evenings we go shopping together. We go to, we drop anything off at Goodwill that we need to, because I keep putting things in the car for Goodwill because I'm decluttering. We go to Goodwill, drop anything off that we need to. We go to Aldi and we pay with cash, and I keep track of all the grocery spending. Then we go to Walmart and we buy anything that is absolutely necessary that Aldi didn't have, which would go under groceries, or like extra things like personal care, like Q-tips or dog food. That's not personal care, that's for the pets. Okay, just random necessities, dog food, rabbit food, any light bulbs. There's like a certain amount of money that we are cool with spending on necessary items per month. Okay, gas and electricity for the house. We know an average of what that costs us. Water and sewage, we know approximately an average of what that costs us. Vehicle insurance, medical insurance, our phone bills, gasoline, Spotify, Disney Plus, all those subscriptions, Apple storage, Netflix, VidAngel. Okay, so Spotify, Netflix, Disney Plus, we split the cost with our friends. So when we first got married, we would always check the parental guide. We would Google the parents' guide on any movie, show, anything, because we wanted to know what all was in it. If there was something in it that we did not want to see, we wouldn't watch that movie or show. Okay. But with VidAngel, obviously, we're not going to start watching R-rated movies or something. No. Okay, but VidAngel, you can watch your Netflix shows or movies or whatever. VidAngel connects with your Netflix account. You can filter out whatever you want to. You can filter out whatever language you want to, whatever inappropriate stuff is happening, you can filter that out. You can filter out a certain amount of violence, however much you want, gore, all that stuff. And it is just so much nicer to be able to watch something and that stuff is not in there. You don't have to try to skip something and you don't know when it's coming or whatever. Like, there's so much yuck out there that is not healthy to be watching. And so for us, the first year of our marriage, we would just be super careful, but still there was some language, if we were watching something that had some language, it was just like, and then we wouldn't end up finishing it, or it's just, there's so much stuff out there that we don't want to be seeing, we don't want in our home. And so VidAngel is just really, really awesome with that. Anyway, we spend $10 a month on VidAngel. Vacation, we figured up approximately what our travel is going to cost us this year. Eating out, we want to really cut back on eating out. I am not a cook. I mean, I can, but I don't enjoy it. He does, which is super cool. He always helps me cook the supper in the evening, unless I do like a crock pot dinner and make it earlier in the day or do food prep or whatever. He's so good with that. And he doesn't enjoy cleaning as much, and I do. I love cleaning and organizing. So that's kind of my thing, and he enjoys cooking. Also, gifts. We know how much we want to spend on gifts for each other and for others, and we need to stick within that budget. Also, this is something we did not do last year, and I really wish we would have. Last year we were spending money on like fun money, but we didn't have a limit to it, okay? So this year we have a limit. He has a limit, I have a limit. It's the same exact limit. We cannot go over that limit. That is for our hobbies. Like if he wants something for his motorcycle, or I want a new book, anything that is not necessary, that is fun money, okay? And even if I want to get someone a gift that goes over the gift amount that we're allowed to spend, I would dive into my fun money a little bit. And if we don't spend all our fun money, awesome. But we have a set amount for the entire year, and so we don't want to go over that. So basically, even if I wanted something for the house that is not necessary, it would just be super convenient, that would come out of my fun money. Also, Wi-Fi costs a certain amount each month. Pets, like pet food, if we want to take our dog in for a bath at Tractor Supply, chiropractor appointments, offering like tithe or giving, entertainment. So if we want to go on a date and we want to go bowling, we would split that cost between us with our fun money. Lightroom, I have Lightroom for editing pictures and stuff. And that would come out of my fun money because that's more of a hobby. Unless I would do like a couple photo sessions, then that would cover my Lightroom cost. We know approximately on average what we are going to be spending per month because we have this budget. We know approximately what we're going to be saving each month, and we have a pretty good idea of approximately how much is coming in, what our income is between the two of us. Last year we had a budget, but we had no goals. That's why I was making all these little convenient impulse purchases, because there was no end goal in mind, really. Like save money, that just seems like such a blanket term. That's not a specific goal. There's not a specific challenge to be working towards. I need to put my bread into the oven, so I will be right back. Bread is baking. Is that focused? I hope so, because we're going for it. Okay, so what was I saying? We didn't really have a goal. We didn't have a challenge. We didn't have a certain amount that we wanted to save, okay? So we decided, beginning of this year, by the end of 2022, we want to have in savings that we're not going to touch. This is emergency fund. This is 6 months worth of covering our monthly expenses. Does that make sense? Did I word that correctly? 6 months worth of covering our monthly expenses. In case of some kind of emergency, what if something happened? What if his work was slow, or he didn't have work for a bit? What if orders weren't coming in as much and we needed to dive into that a little bit, okay? So by the end of 2022, we're already well on our way, but by the end of 2022, we want that amount sitting in a savings account that we're not touching. It's literally just for a rainy day. It is just for emergencies. What if this already happened twice? A deer ran out in front of Kendrick at the last second, and there was nothing he could do. He was not speeding or anything, but it caused a nice big dent in the car. Now, insurance covers most of it, but there is like $500, $800, whatever, that we have to pay. So that would be an emergency, I feel like. That would come out of there, but as soon as we would use some of that money, if we had to dive into it, as soon as we would use some of that, we would automatically need to build that back up as soon as possible. I wish we would have had that kind of a challenge or end goal in mind when we got married, but we had just gotten married. We weren't used to budgeting. It was a learning process this whole past year. Whatever we save that is on top of that 6-month emergency fund savings account thing, there's a couple things that need to happen. We need a load of gravel. It is bad. When it rains, it is so bad. Another thing that needs to happen this year sometime is both of our cars, we have reliable cars. We love our cars. They're paid off. We don't have any debt other than our mortgage, which is amazing. If you're making payments on a car, you can't afford that car. Buy your dream car when you can actually afford it, when you can actually pay with cash and pay it off, like not make payments on it, like when you're like 60. But we love our cars, but both of our cars need some help. His air conditioner has a little issue. The fastest speed on my windshield wipers is not working. The one side speaker in my car only works occasionally. Like if I make a sharp turn, it'll start working for a little bit. It's the weirdest thing. But just something, he does like our oil change, he does the oil changes in our car and everything. So there's just a few things, you know, that they're not necessary to survive, but it really does need to happen this next year. So that is if we can save more than our emergency fund. That's on top of that. As far as income, I babysit, like I said in the last video. All of the money that I make is being put into savings. So we are totally on his income for our monthly expenses and saving a little bit on top of that with his it's my phone. So he has his daily job, right? He also delivers pizza. That's kind of like his little side hustle, extra cash for like travel. He delivers pizza once a week. He is on the fire department, so they get some compensation at the end of the year for the calls they go on and for the meetings they attend. After we have that set amount in our emergency fund, we have hopefully a little bit extra to get that load of gravel, to get our cars worked on a little bit, and then after that, I guess in 2023 probably, or if there's any extra, after that, every extra bit of savings that we can save is going to be thrown in our mortgage, because the faster we can get our mortgage paid off, the less interest there will be in the long run, the less we'll be paying in the long run, okay? See, this is way more fun when there's like end goals in mind and you're really thinking through the long term, you know? It's just cool. If you're thinking really, really long term, this is, you know, I understand that a lot of people have debt other than their mortgage, and that's rough. But I would say throw everything, all the savings you can at your debt, and then build up your emergency fund, because debt is scary. We don't have credit cards. We both have a debit card. We actually have 2 different banks. I'm still with my bank from when I lived in Virginia. I'm still with that bank. But I understand a lot of people are like, as soon as you get married, you really need to have a joint bank account. You need to be on the same page. We are on the same page. We have a budget. We literally write down every penny that we're spending and everything we're saving. And so we both know exactly where our money's going. There's no question about it. So we just use my account as like a savings account. Kendrick and I were talking about like our future. Like, where do we see ourselves when we're like 60 years old? Like, what's our dream for when we're like 60? And it would be so cool if we can not make frivolous purchases now. We could actually afford his dream car when we're 60 years old. We could afford, I would love to live in a little white cottage with a little wraparound porch, and that would just be so cool. Like in the country, not a lot of houses around. Like that would just be so cool. That's like my dream. I don't have a dream car. Like his dream car is now my dream car. Like that would be so cool. I'll ride around in that. But like, I don't really have a dream car. I love my car that I have. My car that I have is my dream car. My 2007 Toyota Camry is very reliable. I love it. I'm used to it, but we are 100% content with where we are. Like, we love where we're at, but we do have dreams too, and everyone does. But wait till you can afford those dreams, you know, like actually pay with cash and afford those dreams, right? It would be so nice at that point to be like our mortgage already be paid off and investing into like a retirement fund at that point, and or like around like 45, 50 years old or whatever. That's where we want to be at. Like, that would just be so cool. Maybe we could do some traveling we've always wanted to do, like go to Europe. If we're like not saving money while we're young, those dreams are never gonna come true. Just be careful, be wise with your money. Start younger than we did. Start at 18, 17. Got my license at 16. It was just the most fun thing, you know, once or twice a month to go out with my friends to the mall and buy random sunglasses and scarves and cute purses and Bath and Body Works and just random things. Now, and those are good memories. Like, it was fun, but it got me kind of in a rut of impulse purchasing, and that's something I don't want to do anymore. I want to be careful. So yeah, just be careful. Be wise with your money. That's literally all I have to say. My bread's gonna be done in 11 minutes. I have some dishes to put away, some dishes to wash, and then I want to start baking some cookies. And I'm really hungry, honestly. I like had a granola bar today and coffee and not drinking enough water. So I would like to get moving. I know I don't have any kids to babysit today, but I do tomorrow, and so I would like to have this house, you know, pretty cleaned up, because tomorrow I am babysitting like she's so cute, this little 2-month-year-old, oh my word, 2-month-old baby. She's adorable. But you know how babies are, like they kind of catnap, you know, and so you're either feeding them their bottle or changing their diaper or just hanging out with them, talking to them, and she smiles sometimes, and it's so cute. She just, oh, it's adorable. I love, like, oh, that stage is so fun. Anyway, so I have the newborn tomorrow, and basically I can get little things done, like I can fold a batch of laundry, I can do these little things in between when she's like sleeping, but like, yeah, you can't get as much done when there's a newborn in the house, obviously. Like, and when I have other kids here plus the newborn, they all get trooped and marched to the potty every 30 minutes because it's a bunch of 3-year-olds who are being like in the process of being potty trained. So I can't get as much done, obviously, when I'm babysitting. So today is the day. I need to like go ahead and get some of those things done. No distractions except for this. I'm having too much fun talking about our budget and stuff because this stuff fascinates me. And when I'm doing like household chores, it's so much fun to like listen to a podcast or a YouTube video in the background while I'm just cleaning or folding laundry or whatever, fixing our bed, you know. It's just fun to like learn stuff whilst getting things done. But anyway, I should probably go. If you have questions or anything, let me know and I'll try to answer them. Good luck saving money. Think about your goals and take it as a challenge. It's fun. Get rid of that debt as soon as you can. If you're making payments on a car, maybe go ahead and just sell that car and get a cheaper car. But that is up to you. You're in charge of your money. Control your money. Don't let your money control you, okay? And if you are an impulse purchase spender, look around at all that stuff that you don't actually need and then think about how that used to be money. Okay, I'm out. I gotta go get some things done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I have no idea when, but toodles.